Hello, welcome to Who Would Win. I'm your host, B. Mitch. Today will be a battle between the Megazord and Voltron. These two should have a pretty good battle, and I will read to you the similarities and the differences off of my character comparison chart, which is the way to say I took notes. So here we go. First of all, starting with what they have in common, both of them are giant robots controlled by humans, as well as both are made up of 5 less powerful robots, as well as 4 out of the 5 of those colors are the same, which I will read to you right now, as well as the people who control each of these colors and stuff like that. Anyway, black is represented by Zach Taylor and Keith Krogan, and red is represented by Jason Lee Scott and Lance. Blue is represented by Billy Cranston and Sev, and yellow is represented by Trini Wan and Hunk. So there we go. There are the similarities, and now I'll read to you the differences. I'll start with the Megazord first. The Megazord has 2 modes, which are tank mode and fight mode. And fight mode is the mode is in where it fights all the monsters and stuff, and tank mode is the mode it's in before it's in fight mode. So anyway, and I also found 3 weapons that the Megazord uses, so I'm going to read to you those right now. Those 3 weapons being the power sword, the laser beam, and the mastodon shield, as well as it's powered by a solar power, which can come back to haunt it here, because if the sun goes out, then the Megazord could be in some serious trouble. As well as the difference between the two as far as the color goes is pink, which is represented by Kimberly Hart. And now I'll read to you the differences between Voltron and the Megazord. Voltron, its weaponry, it has the blazing sword, which I've seen it used in almost every single fight it's in, as well as the isotopic missiles, as well as the electro crossforce, as well as the flamethrower, as well as it has green, which is represented by Pledge. Alright, so which one do I think will win between the Voltron and the Megazord? I think that Voltron will win here because it's a lot faster and a lot more agile, as well as Voltron's weaponry is a lot more impressive, I think. I mean, just the blazing sword alone I think is a lot more impressive. I've seen Voltron use the blazing sword to take down almost every single adversary it's up against, so and I think that the blazing sword, since I've seen it take down almost everything with just 1 or 2 slices, I think that the Megazord would have a tough time against that, as well as not to count all of Voltron's other weapons as well. So that's what I have to pick to win this one, Voltron. But let me know who you think will win between these 2 giant robots, as well as I'm going to give my thoughts very quickly on the Avengers movie. I saw that on Friday, and I think that the Avengers was pretty good. Did it live up to the hype after 4 years of build from the first Iron Man movie? I thought that it did. I thought that it was very well casted and very well done. The director obviously knew what he was. Well, he had a plan for the movie. He obviously knew what to do, and I thought that the Avengers was very well done. I thought that the effects were also pretty good. The Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, was pretty good, and I came in there with an open mind thinking that this guy could be pretty good, and he was. And I thought that all the characters also had the appropriate screen time. I thought that all of them got the screen time that they deserved, as well as the whole entire film in general was just pretty good. Loki was pretty good here as well. He had a great role as the bad guy there, so I hope that Avengers 2, I don't know how they're going to top what they did here, but if they're going to top it, then they're going to do something pretty big, because this one was pretty good. I don't know how they're going to do that, but I am anxious to see what they do, as well as I think there's going to be like Iron Man 3, as well as probably Thor 2, or some other sequel like that. But anyway, thank you for watching. This one, B. Mitch. I would recommend the Avengers to any comic book fan. It is definitely worth going to see in theaters, as I did. In fact, the Avengers was the very first film in a long time I've actually thought to go out of my way to see in theaters rather than just wait for the DVD. And I am so glad that I did not wait and just, for the DVD, because the Avengers is well worth the price. You will not regret it, and I recommend this to everybody. And as well as, like I said, Voltron wins over the Megazord, but let me know who you think will win that fight as well. This has been B. Mitch, and I'll see you next week with another Who Would Win.